Let's make some digital conceptual art inspired by Chris Johansson's Open Studio lesson using Google Presentation, a free online software. So first go to Google and then go to Google Drive. You have to be logged into your Google account. Then you want to go create and create a new presentation. It's a lot like Microsoft PowerPoint, but it's free Google presentation software. So to start out, I can choose a theme. I'm going to start with just a plain background, but you can see there are lots to choose from, but I'm going to choose the simple, light, most basic theme. Then I like to delete these title boxes just to give myself a clean blank canvas to work with. You can dismiss this handy reminder that may or may not pop up, and then what you want to do is pick a shape. Just like in the Open Studio lesson, you want to start with a shape. Actually, the color will come after the shape. So I'm drawing a circle here. Now I'm going to go choose a color. How about a big red circle? And then I'm going to write a thought inside. Now today I'm thinking about my family, and they're very important, so I'm going to write family in all caps. Center it a little bit, and then I can change the font if I want to. I'm going to use impact here, and I'm going to make it a little bigger so it stands out a little bit more. There you go, your first shape and your first thought. Now I'm going to choose another shape. You can see there are a lot to choose from. I like this starburst shape here. It stands out. And then I'm going to write art in this one because art is an important part of my life and my family's life. So these two thoughts and shapes interact with each other like a Venn diagram. So I'm going to change the font there, make it a little bigger again, change the color because I like bright colors. Now I'm going to choose a third shape. Let's go with a square. The basics. And in the square, I'm going to write something else I've been thinking about, which is going outdoors. Let's go outside. That's the thought I'm going to write inside this shape. So I'm going to highlight it. I can use this centering tool to get it into the center of the shape, make it bold. I can even change the color of the font if I want. So what I actually just did was change the color of the outline of the box, but to change the color of the font of the text, go over here to the right with the little A and choose the color font you want. I chose green because we're going to go outside into green nature. You can also do this thing where you right click on the shape or control click if you're on a Mac and choose order and bring the shape to the front. So instead of the square overlapping the starburst, I switch them around. Then I added another shape really quickly just to fill up my page a little bit more. If I were doing this in the classroom, I would certainly have students add a few more shapes, make it more dynamic, and then I just changed the background color. I did that pretty quickly, but you can watch where I went to format background and then chose a color for the background. And that's it. You've just created the Open Studio lesson in a digital way. Now you can publish it to the web if you want to. That's an option. Oh, you can also name your presentation. That's an important thing to do. So I'm going to name it after the title of the Open Studio lesson. And then I can share it through a link, or I can email the permission to access the file to people. I can add a little message if I want to. This is a great way to get students practicing publishing and sharing on the web. You can also embed the image on a blog or a web page by selecting Publish to Web, and then you can see there's a little embed code here, and again a link directly to the document that you can copy and paste. The great thing about Google Docs is that it saves your work for you every 3 seconds, so you don't have to remember to press save all the time. You can also go down to Download As and choose JPEG or other type of image file and just save that image directly onto your computer. And that's it. You've just created a digital version of conceptual art using Chris Johansson's Open Studio lesson.